Welcome to Simply 15 Special Edition Fantasia Film Fest 2024.
Got to get all the qualifiers. Fantasia International Film
It
Festival.
is international.
It's everywhere.
And
Movies
we're
from
everywhere.
everywhere. We are.
We're in Tennessee, we're in Florida, we're in California.
I was
And this
telling
takes
somebody.
place in Canada.
I know. Maybe one day we'll make it.
I would like to, actually, one day. That would be fun.
I thought about it. I was thinking.
You do
I
think.
thought.
You do think,
Man,
don't you? He's a thinker, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're
got
going to
the
actually be
brain.
talking a little bit about the film fest and possibly the likes and dislikes of what we watched, and maybe
Yeah.
do a little comparison from the previous year.
Yeah. I think I have
Some
my
things
notes.
kind of changed. I tell you what, man, I got to give them props. I got to give everyone that works there props first, because to have the us assholes asking for links 24/7, they're quick. They're
They
right
are.
on it.
They are. Well, we're going to start this Simply 15 by giving thumbs up for
Props. We got to give
all
some
the
props.
people. It's Ted and everybody, and Maggie and everybody who was involved, and all the emailing back and forth.
Even
That's
Justin
like
Cook, yeah, Justin
even
as
Justin
well.
Cook.
Um,
Kyla wasn't doing it this year. Kyla was kind of heading up it the past few years, but it was more Ted.
it's a lot of
Ted.
undertaking for something like that.
Yeah. So good. Thanks, guys. You
Yeah,
guys
so we
did a
appreciate it. And that's,
Adrian, he sent us links as well too. So
yeah,
Adrian
yeah.
was helpful.
And they're
Everybody
very,
that we talked to was helpful.
very quick, and I appreciate them getting right to us. There's a lot going on, not just us, and I can only imagine the amount of emails that they were receiving. But this year, yeah, it was a little bit different. We've had previous years where we've had like the list with the links and everything, and the password. Remember, like I think it was like maybe it was like last year, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, because we've been covering Fantasia now since pandemic.
Okay,
Because I want to say that we started doing
four
it in
years.
20. I think we've done it for four, at least
Yeah,
because we
4
did
years.
2020, 2021. I think we didn't do 2022 maybe, and then we did last year. So this is the four out of the past 5 years we've been able to cover this festival in some
And
way,
it's fun because you
shape, or
get
form.
a melting pot of a whole buff, different, like you said,
Yeah,
international
you can say buffet.
filmmakers.
It's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
Do you say buffet or buffet?
I don't
Well,
know.
not buffet.
It's
Buffet.
it's
Buff.
international. I don't want
I
to
don't
offend
know.
anybody. A thumbs up
Yeah.
might be taken in offense in other
Yeah, sorry.
countries.
Don't worry. Thumbs up is thumbs up here in
Is
America.
a-okay here.
Yeah, that well,
Um,
you can't even really do, well, upside down. You can't do that. You could do
I
that one, I think.
I'll speak real quick on my my thoughts real quick, and then if you want
Yeah,
to get into it, we can. Most of the years, you might have noticed I watched a lot of the shorter films. I like short
yeah. You're
films.
you're a short film guy.
I love short films because it's like you have X amount of time. You got to get the story from A to B as quick as possible,
Mm.
and you get it that done in a creative way sometimes. Last year, like I think my favorite thing last year was the camp counselor short.
Yeah,
Um,
you're
I
always the short film guy. I watch a couple here and there, but
hilarious shit.
yeah.
Come fuck my robot, like the year
That was a few
prior.
years ago. I think
Yeah,
that was 2020 actually. And there's a movie that I watched that reminded me of Come Fuck My Robot, but it was
yeah,
far more darker and more sinister than fun. Come Fuck My Robot was fun. It could be
was
seen
fun.
as fun. This other movie that's comparable that I made a comparison during the preview. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Justin's favorite movie, and I watched it and it bummed me the fuck out.
What was it?
Black Eyed Susan. It
Okay, I
was
didn't see
it
that.
was the one I was looking the most forward to, and the reviews on the website you can check it out. But it's a short abridged. But I'll give my
Yeah, it was Forgotten Lake,
yeah,
and that was last year. And that
yeah.
I actually watched it on an airplane, and
Huh.
I was laughing my ass off. I wish I could find a copy of that and rewatch it again.
Yeah,
But there was like
there were a
Successful
lot of good
Man.
ones last year. Yeah,
Successful Man was cool. I don't. Did you see that one either?
I didn't see
Remember?
that one. I'm looking at the list from because there was Pumpkin Bowl. I didn't really watch a lot of them. You're always the guy who
But it was
watches
cool
all the
because it was like
yeah.
all like stock footage and stuff like that, and it was like
Mhm.
very meta.
Yeah.
Like it got really crazy. This year was a little different. This year I watched a lot of features,
Hmm.
as much as I could,
Yeah.
and it was a little bit more challenging for me. I started off with Carnage for Christmas, and I was
Yeah.
really excited because, like I said, it's Christmas. It's a killer Santa. It's got
Yeah.
everything I could want, and it's about podcasting. It's a
Mm.
there's a podcaster that tells the story that they went through, um, but it just could not work for me. It just went down a rabbit hole of
Yeah.
why are they using those overlays 24/7 over top of things and transitions and there was a CRT in my review. I said there was a CRT filter on a MacBook Pro, like with the lines and everything, and I'm like watching the camera like show this person talking, and I'm like, oh, it's killing me. That's
Yeah.
killing me.
Well, sometimes with these movies, like if they're very small, and because there's a few
Yeah, I think that was like
ones that were very small,
10,000.
very
I think they
they
used
didn't
ten
spend a
thousand
lot of
bucks
money
to
on
make
it.
that. Which,
Yeah.
listen, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be too harsh.
Yeah.
I understand how this works, and it's really difficult. And
Well, I
if
mean,
you can complete a
you've
film
made
and
a,
submit it,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you can complete a film and submit it to a film fest, you're already ahead of the game on
Yeah,
a
we
lot of that
can't say
stuff.
we've done it, so we're just talking shit.
We
What the hell
have
do we
done it.
know?
Yes, we have.
Well, you have. Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
you were part of it as well.
yeah,
So I
that's
mean,
true.
it's
Not
not
not easy.
easy.
No,
No, a lot of
it's very
gears spinning.
difficult to do. It's hard to do. That's why putting together short films are
Yeah,
easier. There was only
but
one short film that I saw, and it was
this year,
yeah, it was a link that was sent to me. It was a short film called Astronauts,
oh,
and it's an older short film. I think it's been around the film circuit, the festival circuit for a while. But the whole plot is basically two guys in a ship, a rocket ship about to take off, and the one uh, astronaut admits to the other astronaut, like, "Oh, I bullshitted my way through it. Like
oh,
yeah."
he
It's
lied.
basically he lied to get
Okay,
through
that
everything,
sounds awesome.
and it's fun. It's about a 15, maybe 15-minute short, but it's
See,
funny.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like something like that. It's a simple concept,
Yeah,
and I would like to almost see that expanded on, where it's
yeah,
like, I want that to be a scene in the movie that can be maybe longer, where it's like, classic fish out of water type thing, but it's good rapport between the astronaut. But it shows that you can do good stuff with just like
yeah.
basically one or two cameras, two actors, and a couple people doing voiceover and
It could
stuff
be
like that.
hilarious.
So
It could be intense, and it's like this
yeah,
quick. I mean, that's
yeah.
creative. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
would have
So
loved to have
shout to
seen that.
Astronauts. That was the only short film I was able to
Okay,
catch,
very
but
cool.
that was fun.
Well, we
What other
both
feature?
watched a movie,
Yeah.
The Chainsaws Were Singing.
Yeah.
I think we
How
both
did you
enjoyed
like that
that.
one?
It seems like we both enjoyed that one quite a
It was
bit.
fun. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
trauma movie. It's
yeah,
like a it's like an Eastern European trauma movie mixed with uh I'm trying to think of like some other, like I put in the review. It's just like a bunch of crazy shit going on in it. And it's like, and
yeah,
it's pretty fucked up too. Like the
yeah.
family's fucked up.
Yeah, you said
It's
bonkers was your
yeah,
word
bonkers was
to
it is
describe it.
bonkers.
Yeah,
My only pseudo complaint on it was maybe a little long. It was nearly 2 hours. I mean, but you see every minute
yeah, you
on there.
do.
So it's
I could agree with the time length. I felt that way too with the other movie I watched, Me and My Victim, which
yeah,
actually was a very interesting documentary about these two people that they recreated the way they met and they reenacted their dates and everything,
yeah.
and that was really interesting and different, and
Hmm.
I really enjoyed that. But again, yeah, that was like an hour and a half, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
See, I
could have
think
been
we're
cut
good.
down.
Yeah, well, even that, even I think 90 minutes is kind of like my line of demarcation for most movies these days.
Yeah.
I want 90 minutes. So I'll maybe go 100 if I'm feeling good about it, but don't really like. That's why I liked like out of the movie. Okay, we both saw Chainsaws Were Singing.
That
I
was good.
watched The Beast Within, which is with Kit Harington. It's a werewolf movie and everything like that. But
I know what you're talking
it's
about. Yeah, I didn't
it's
see it, but
gothic. It's interesting. It's good. It's not a terribly long movie, but I did like The Beast Within. Cuckoo, I was able to watch before it got
yeah,
into the theaters. Cuckoo was very good. I didn't like it on the first watch, but I thought about it, and
stuck
it
with
it,
you.
it stuck with me.
Yeah,
It's a high concept horror movie, and it's got Dan Stevens, Hunter Schafer,
yeah,
Jessica Henwick, and everything. But it's actually really good. It's very giallo, kind of like
yeah.
Argento-esque with
I'll have to
like
check
some
that out. I saw it at
higher
actually the
concept, you know.
theater. I went to the theater yesterday,
Yeah. So
and
it's out there. It's a neon film too. So
saw it there.
same people who did same film studio that did Long Legs and everything. So they're
Yeah,
putting that one out Long Legs. So they
with
got all the hype.
Oz. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. And then Mashville was a fun one. That was like
Nashville.
it was called Mashville. It's
Oh yeah.
basically the Japanese movie where it's kind of like a detective Japanese movie, like solving a crime type thing. That was entertaining. I liked that one a lot. The Old Man and the Demon Sword was like kind of another low, fucking like no budget type movie.
Oh,
Basically, a old man who finds a demon sword and he's fighting demons in a small Portuguese village and everything. It
it's
takes a little
exactly
twi
how I want to go out in my retirement. Yeah.
Yeah, just grab that demon sword and fucking fuck some demons up.
Yeah.
It takes a weird twist at the end.
Does it save a little girl at
Uh,
the end or something?
no, close, but no cigar.
No.
Yeah. Then the last one I'll mention is, of course, Black Eye Susan, which that's the one that caught my eye, no pun intended. It's like early Cronin, it's like not Cronin, like it's like early Lynch, early Soderbergh, higher concept, the dark side of AI, if you will. But
Oh yes.
very, I mean, very good. It's like no frills at all, and I mean, I'll say this: the movie's fucked up. It's a fucked up
It's a
movie.
fucked.
It's fucked up, and it's I almost regret not regret, but it's like a misnomer if I say like, oh, it's like Come Fuck My Robot that Justin loved, which was like a kind of fun, like lighthearted look
Yeah.
at like computing and AI and stuff. This is not lighthearted at all. This takes another really fucking dark swerve
Takes a twist though.
at the very fucking end, and you see it coming maybe a little bit, but it hits you over the head. So it's the future's now for that movie.
I was
But that
curious. That was
movie's
one thing I was curious. I thought there was going to be a lot of AI movies this year. That's
there was a good amount of sci-fi. I
yeah.
mean, but not as much AI as I would expect. This was like the big AI movie type thing. So, but it was really good. I mean, I liked it a lot. It's another movie that stuck with me. So, but
Yeah.
what else were you able
Well,
to?
actually, I was watching it today, so I haven't finished it yet, but
Mhm.
I'm really enjoying it. It's called The Infinite Summer, and this I don't
Oh
know if you
yeah.
saw this. I had requested a movie. Unfortunately, there was no more links for it, and
Mhm.
this was given to me. He's like, "Hey, out of a whim, would you mind
It
watching this?"
it was one instead of another, right? Type thing. Like
Yeah, and I
he,
was like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I'll watch it. I'll check it out. I don't
yeah.
have a problem with that."
That
And
was
then
on my list. That was on my list of things to watch. Like I had that on, I think on my preview, Infinite
Yeah, and
Summer
so
Sadness.
far,
Yeah.
as I, like I said, I didn't get to finish it yet. I was watching it right before we came on here, um, and after I got off work, I was like, oh, I'm gonna check it out, and I started watching it. And I'm loving it so far,
Yeah.
and it actually might be my favorite movie. So it's an interesting thing how something I wasn't actually looking toward, like you said you were looking toward this. I
Yeah.
didn't. It wasn't on my list. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can't take it too seriously, and I enjoy that stuff, and that's one thing I hope that these projects that we watch, like there's like somebody like I said, short stories, a lot of great ideas. I hope they
Mhm.
get an opportunity to expand on those ideas and
Yeah.
bring them to the broader audience in a future film. That would be great.
Well, that's why we like Fantasia. Always fun, a lot of
That's why we
stuff
like
going
it.
on.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking forward to it next year.
until next year,
I'm gonna
again.
dive right back into those short films, though. I'm just gonna I'm gonna do like 12 fucking short films. I'm just gonna go
Yeah,
for it because
a short film a day at
last
least.
year I was like an addict with the short films.
Yeah,
I was every time I watched one, I was like, holy fuck, holy fuck. So, um, yeah, that was great.
always next year.
It was next year. See you next year. See you at the movies, as they say.
See you
Is
at
that
the
trademark?
movies. Yeah, see you
Yeah.
at the movies.
See you at the movies.